research, one with James Cook University, Australia, on an ecosystem and government policy of halal tourism, and the other one with us at UKM on mapping of media and communication research in Malaysia and Indonesia. Besides lecturing at several universities in Indonesia, she also holds several prominent posts, such as the chairman of Institution of Research and Community Service, chairwoman of Yayasan Indonesia Gemilang, chairwoman at Yayasan editor of Moderator Journal, chairman of Indonesian Communication Association, and many more. She has vast experiences in research and has published more than 100 articles in local and international journals. Okay, without any further ado, I handed the session to Prof. Atie Rachmiatie with her speech titled "The Model of Conventional Media Transformation in the Era of New Habits Adaptation, Case of Indonesia." Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our speaker, Prof. Atie Rachmiatie. Over to you, Prof.
Okay, thank you very much for Professor Normah Mustaffa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Praise be to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the most gracious, who has given us the opportunity to meet in this forum in good health. First of all, I thank you very much for the committee for opportunity and appreciation to invite me as a keynote speaker and in this dignified and important conference. And special thanks for Professor Madya, Dr. Emma Mirza Muhammad, and Professor Normah Mustaffa. Okay, and thanks to all participants in this conference. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my presentation get the title of Model of Conventional conventional media transformation in the era of new habit adaptation in, I think, a case in Indonesia. I think this topic is urgent and relevant with our condition. I find 2 days ago in Jakarta, senior journalists from America and press council or Dewan Pers talk about in same topic. Okay, Prof. Normah, I operate this screen.
No, Prof. You can share. It's in on the screen right now.
I will share screen.
Yes. All right.
For me, okay. Okay. My topic in this time, I share with the what is the concept of media transformation, and second, the change maybe the main is revolution and evolution in conventional media, and how implication for media management and content, and how the implication for audience and society, and then we discuss about anticipate transformation in the new normal era. Okay, I will start with this picture. This picture can describe one people by just sitting in a soft chair, and you can or he can control all activity for the function media, to information, to entertain, for economic function such as online trade, so maybe for e-learning like this, we use the Zoom for e-commerce and so on. And what is the meaning from this picture? This is make a big question for us. Do we still need conventional media today? But before I discuss with this topic, I want same perception. What about conventional media? Conventional media or mass media, maybe, and the other terms, media is based on agreement or is following the regulation in a country or formally recognized by the competent authority. In other terminology, is mainstream media. For example, newspaper, TV, radio broadcast, magazine, and others. All the other terms maybe we call traditional mass media. Okay, and then concept transformation is defined as a creation and change a new form, function, or structure. To change is mean to create something new, which has never existed before and cannot be predicted from the past. Transformation is change in mindset based on learning deep knowledge system and in acting based on knowledge and courage. I will to explain and according to Fowler about what the form of transformation. I take perspective to culture. In the first, transformation meaning a topical invention. This is existence of change genre. Maybe transformation is meaning combination, the composition of conventional combining the system that fit to form a new culture. Or transformation is mean aggregation. There are meaning the process of classifying a form to another form that has an equivalence relationship from a character of another culture to the culture it belongs to. And maybe transformation is change of scale, maybe change of function, maybe transformation meaning that counter statement. It's mean culture change is going through a process of comparing one form with another by means is the character of the behavior of the people who use it. And transformation is gender inclusion as fertile source for transformation or genetic mixture by the classical mindset used by ancestor of a society culture, so that the cultural form that is incarnated is not uprooted. Okay, and the next I will explain how the position of conventional media transformation. I mean, the position transformation consists of processing, change, moving, and adaptation. What is transformation in media? In media, if we spread, there are transformation in hardware, maybe our gadget, 4.0, 5.0, and so on. Is maybe our smartphone is obsolescence, is fast obsolescence. This is transformation about our hardware. And then software, this is meaning about content, about program in media. And then how the transformation and at humanware, there are professional, there are practitioner or owner maybe is changed today. And transformation in media is meaning in change in brainware. Brainware is ideology or value. There is transformation. I mean, if we look, the media consists of media. And then if transformation places as a causes, there are, we know, the technology revolution is sure we must face the change, that change. And evolution of user needs, I think, is always change. And lifestyle, maybe. National interests, I think each country is have the national interest or national regulation is developed or changed. And competition. Competition maybe in country in around ASEAN, around Asia Pacific, or in the world. I think it's competition is must we face with the competition. Or economic growth. It is a transformation is causes. And how transformation can give impact. Transformation as impact. This is, we must have a new media usage habit, new content, new liking, new culture, new value media, new management, new creation or new innovation. And we discuss today. Okay. And next, I will explain what the factor to consider in conventional media transformation. I find that the weak and unhealthy information ecosystem in conventional media today is pushing the audience to seek alternative media, ensuring the media to function properly by giving accurate, reliable information to the public. And second, the healthy media ecosystem needs to be supported by all stakeholders in media landscape, such as government, industry, academic, society, or maybe we remember with the pentahelix. Pentahelix is pillar stakeholder to supporting ecosystem media. Because the media have a major role in maintaining government accountability, upholding commitment to democracy and human rights, and maintaining diversity of ownership and diversity of content. Okay, we know and we know with the concentration ownership, the conglomeration media like in Indonesia maybe, and then the contribution of the media by providing accurate, accountable, and independent information, I think it's very important to mediate different points of view and reduce conflict in society. And we know Indonesia, Malaysia have a variant ethnic, variant language, variant race maybe. Okay. Nowadays, there are so many mistakes and information circulating on social media. Social media algorithm often trigger echo chamber motion, the polarization in society. I have data research from Cyber Communication in Information System Security Center find at November, it's this month, there are 1.3 billion cyber attack in Indonesia. And then 76% Indonesia society likely to be affected cyber attack. And then about each 100,000 citizens find fake news. There is negative condition maybe. Okay, and continue. The media ecosystem could thrive if it combines high quality journalism and healthy business. I think this is need balancing or harmony about commercial and educating or social information. Maybe I think must balance. The capacity to produce good quality news must be accompanied by the ability of the media to recognize and communicate with their audience. And each audience group needs a unique form of communication and storytelling. Maybe as told before, this is in line with this statement. About a unique film, maybe in Indonesia, Upin Ipin, Prof. Normah is very popular in children in Indonesia. Okay, and the next, an overview of the condition of cyber media editor, number of journalists and editor structure, their digital and multimedia competency, as well as the types and format a new produce is required. And seventh, an overview of diversity in the newsroom, such as gender, religion, ethnicity, ideology, etc., as well as the procedure for enforcing the principle of diversity in the news production process is required. And then it is important to describe the cyber media capabilities in dealing with business and management issue. And the last, portrait of cyber media ability to manage audience is important part of its future development. Okay, I will to give the picture from Edelman Trust Barometer 2021. Trust in media increased in 15 of 27 countries. There are three colors. Red color mean distrust from certain countries to media, and gray color mean the neutral, and blue color is mean trust to media. I think this include Indonesia, China, India, Singapore, Malaysia, Netherlands, Thailand, and Saudi Arabia. Is country give trust to media. But here is condition negative, maybe, I think. The COVID-19 pandemic has substantially increased demand for trustworthy media because in Facebook, there are more than 3,000 hoax in social media, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. This is research from Indonesia Ministry of Communication and Informatics. Okay, and next, I will explain about the change of conventional media characteristics. In pre-digital, there are a spirit institution. Maybe in Indonesia, we have Kompas newspaper, we have Prambors, radio, RCTI, television. There are each operate their institution, and then media scope is limited, and content there have with special characteristic, and then same or limited audience acceptance. I think they show only reader for newspaper, only viewer for television, or listener for radio. it is limited audience. Okay, and at pre-digital, there have a clear business model. And two, technology model is expensive. And regulated is regionally or locally. In Indonesia, we have press law, only press law for newspaper, magazine, tabloid, and have broadcasting law for television and radio, have film law, have information and electronic transaction, undang-undang ITE. It's many regulation in Indonesia. And then journalists or information worker have clear rules of the game. And what happened in post-digital? In post-digital, there are unified institutions. A case in Indonesia, we have MNC Group, we have Trans Corporation Group, we have Jawa Post Group, Kompas Group. There are all genre media, they unity in the concentration ownership and conglomeration, maybe business in conglomeration in media. I think in the world, maybe our other country, we find that condition. And then expand market penetration by adding other media, and content be fixed or changed in form and presentation, but the same substance. And audience is changing, business model changing, technology model is changing, and regulated by global or international work. In the last my PowerPoint, maybe I promotion about how the global regulated do regulation about digital media. Okay, for this picture, maybe more explained it. In 1978, information and communication at a spirit, information, fun, game industry, only broadcasting industry, press and publishing industry, computer industry, or movie industry. But in 2021, this is unity. This is maybe other terminology is convergence. Entertain, press publishing, broadcasting, movie industry, computer, like or not like, we must use the digital platform. Okay, and then I think it's urgent how the aims of adaptation. I take cultural perspective. This is adaptation, goal adaptation adalah two functional fitness. Achieving synchronization between internal response within themselves and external requests in their new environment. It can also be called achieving perceptual mutually. And the psychology health, this is, I hope we have human in the world have psychological happiness. This is will depend on member of society in the new environment. If someone feels accepted by the local community, they will feel more comfortable. And then adaptation maybe make a social harmony. Indigenous culture began to lose its distinctiveness and rigidity abroad, and more flexible identity emerges based on the achievement of the result of new culture adaptation. Okay, and the next, I will try to explain and take idea from Goodicons and Kim's, level and context adaptation is main level or context personal communication, level host social communication, level ethnic social communication, and level environment, and level predisposition. If we look the personal communication, the process of adjust by using the ability of communication competence by giving meaning and reaction to object, people, or environment it encounters. And how social communication, this means social communication is context when there are individual immigrants interacting with individual from outside the different local culture. And ethnic social communication, communication among individuals with their same culture or ethnic background. And the environment, interaction with the environment is acceptance of the original habit. There are pressure to adapt, like COVID-19 in make our mass adaptation with the new condition. And there is a strength from the group of new habit. There are assimilative ideology. They mean encouraging conformity to be homogeneous, and pluralist ideology mean encouraging the uniqueness of each ethnicity. And predisposition mean the refers to the personal characteristic or condition when the must adapt arrive in the local culture gap. Okay, I would like to describe about empirical condition about conventional media, and this is case in Indonesia. The first, the role of media is very, very important as a source of reference, as a clearinghouse amid this flood of information. Press Council, Dewan Pers data in 2019, the number of media Indonesia is 47,000. It's a very, very big number. And 43,000 of them are online media. And then when this number is verified by Press Council, is only 1,400 more media companies is on there. And maybe you know other media is abal-abal in Indonesia, or maybe the terminology is yellow newspaper, maybe, or fake media. Okay. And the next empirical condition about conventional media, mass media in Indonesia, there are mainstream media in Indonesia will not develop as the income of the private media and broadcasting industry has increased, although slightly, the trend is even lower, especially in COVID-19. And the next, the future, we know, has changed greatly, especially in the term of business model. The way people spend in advertising has changed. It was no longer using television, which does not have focus segment, but moving to register cellular media. And then the data show the currently there are at least 1,000 more TV stations throughout Indonesia, and 100 of startup both locally and nationally, and approximately 800 more hours of broadcasting material each year. In order to support the development of a strong broadcasting industry, support is needed from regulation to the preparation of human resources. Okay, this picture, we see the media consumption, change media consumption of various age group in society. Maybe this, as we know, in generation Z, about 16 or to 23 years, many like online video, more than 50% like online or TV video TV. In segment millennial, not so different with the generation G, but there are more 44% online video, but plus online press. And then we look the media consumption in generation X. They like broadcast television, radio, little use physical press. Maybe this is a lot of answer. Thus, we need the mass media conventional today. This is generation X and boomer maybe still like use the mass media or conventional media. Okay, in segmentation in boomer, baby boomer like me maybe, like or use broadcasting TV, books, online TV, and part of them none of this. Okay, and then I will try to explain how the role of media conventional in the era of new habit adaptation. I think this role of conventional media in building the identity of the nation is very important. First, currently, role communication information media is dominantly to educate and influence to the mindset, attitude, and behavior of individual in society. And then, resources person or communicator in mass media can be leveraged as a great collaborator, great synthesizer or unifier, great explainer, great motivator, great adapter, great people or public figure, or great localizer. If this is content local, I think this is the terminology is localization from local and they spread to global. Okay, and how the conventional media position in national image, I think is this statement is important too. All we state or nation, our nation, can use the mass media, formal media maybe, to promotion, to make the positive or reputation about nation image. There are must inform mass media must inform citizens what is going on around them about their nation or their state, and must educate the people about the meaning and importance of an event related to the needs of their life and what impact it has. And mass media or conventional media must open discourse, public sphere, on the platform of political issue, political party, facilitate the formation of public opinion and its distribution. And mass media must publish government institution and political institution, including their role as watchdog. But their position, mass media, is to operate functional as a social control. And mass media must serve as an sorry. I'm sorry. Must serve as an advocacy channel from a political point of view. Okay. And next, what happened with the facts in our environment? There are political elite, businessmen, government defending their interests, use cyber force. Yeah, cyber force. They have a role and function is spreading unsubstantial issue that may weaken a public deputy or officer of government, or massive disinformation propaganda on social media, and weaken accountability. And the role, maybe we know the cyber army. Yeah. In Indonesia, cyber army, and they are have the role, voice, and part their function to content creator, their function to network coordinator or influencer. This is, I think it's not only in Indonesia. Yeah. Okay. And then I explained about how the transformation landscape on online media. This is research from the Indonesian Cyber Media Association. This research find that the growth of online media has not been evenly distributed in various regions. Although the number has increased significantly, online media have not been able to optimally meet local information needs for the community. And many online media managers in various regions admit that they have limitation in understanding and mastering media business management and technology to improve engagement with audience. The challenges multiplied during the COVID-19 pandemic. With limited capital, online media manager had to be compete for increasing limited source of income. And all these limitations put the future of media and journalism in Indonesia at a crossroad. Without comprehensive intervention and solution, the role of the media is carrying out the function of the fourth pillar democracy in this country could be eroded. Okay, and then how the transformation of management conventional media, there are the quality of journalists and journalism is getting eroded. At the same time, the disruption is getting heavier and many were late in anticipating. I think it's can discuss about this, and maybe its idea is debatable. Okay, and second, change occurred as many experts has predicted. The pandemic was indeed a surprising factor, and printed media is a thing of the past. Case in USA, customer 62 million down to 24 million, and loss of more than 2,000 local newspaper. Maybe in Indonesia and Malaysia, maybe same with this condition. Everyone is now connected of the internet, and this is something natural to follow. Journalists will never die, only the container change. Okay, technological change is inevitable, but developing technology also requires capital. A special strategy is needed on this. And then the change of the fast, that the media must be adaptive, a new way to follow audience behavior. And the next, social media is challenge for mainstream media in their business. In other hand, social media can also be used to distribute responsible content to the public. Utilization of technology is less than optimal due to the lack of capital from mainstream media, while technology requires large investment. And the last 2 and 3 years, the need for citizens to find source of information has depended more on social media. This is a fact. The media can take advantage of social media by flooding content, but both article and audiovisual that have proximity to the audience. Tutorial, also spatial and deep coverage distinguish them from the content on social media and keep us with the technological development. Okay, and then I will try to describe about transformation model in business, media business. And I take the case from private television, SCTV maybe, with Liputan 6. Currently, everyone can access the information for free, while journalist activity are not. They are must given salary, pay tax, and etc. And then quality of journalism will be influenced by the media business model. It is difficult to maintain quality. Revenue is needed because advertising cakes are currently controlled by digital platform, as you know. Again, and then the content is mostly controlled by anyone who aggressively exists on social media. Maybe in Indonesia is very popular is such as Atta Halilintar, maybe, and Deddy Corbuzier, and maybe etc. So good quality idea are needed from good quality people. And then quality, capacity, and technology model are the key to success. And work from home made revenue goes down. Creativity needs to go to discussion like this. And currently revenue is obtained from grants and philanthropy. And the last, there needs to be an IT team, a social handling team, and advertising agency. Okay, this pie chart describe how the media get revenue because affected by COVID-19. There are, I look this advertising only 30% as a revenue, source revenue. Sponsor content, event, consulting and training, grant, donation, more than 60%, and only 4% get from description media. Okay. This is related business model, a source of revenue for the conventional media, like crowdfunding, cooperative, infographies, videographies, service, philanthropies, event organizer, social handling, or agency. This is a source of revenue. Okay, what is the top revenue in conventional media? This is live ads, programmatic ads, creative digital, and service. Okay. Sorry, this announce about prepare to salat duhur. Okay, what is the programmatic ads? This is advertising network, Google, AdX, programmatic, guaranteed, direct agency, or Facebook instant article, and so on. And I try to describe the four model business in conventional media. The first is the philanthropic model. What is keyword? Keyword is membership, charitable organization, and non-profit. And the financial source, equity capital, charitable endorsement, donation, and membership fees. Revenue is non-profit, and for example, is Corrective German, CPU Spain, and Pro Republica USA. And then there are international journalist network, keyword global network, international collaboration, national collaboration. How this get the financial source from donation, revenue, non-profit organization. For example, in Indonesia, maybe CNN, maybe, CNN television. And the public media, keyword is public service, financial source is equity capital, and revenue from compulsory fees and advertising sales. This is like the BBC in United Kingdom, IRD, ZDVE, NUTV, Nahdlatul Ulama TV, Muhammadiyah Televisi, Dai TV itu from Buddhist TV in Indonesia is exist. And political control media, forward is state-owned media, political control, financial sources from taxes. For example, is BBC, TVRI, or RRT. Okay, what happened with the transformation conventional media audience? The media facing challenge from the other institution or individual who makes a living primarily through social media in way that are essentially a journalistic task. They rely on fame and number of followers in social media so they can appear as the new maker. In this situation, they have better ability to capitalize the issue than the mainstream media. However, because they are not journalists, the quality of content is lower from journalistic standard and ethics. Unfortunately, the display model and the content they present are highly interesting for the audience. Yeah. I think it's we agree with this statement. In other words, there are trend personalization in the media industry. Okay, citizens need to be invited to collaborate in us what the content needed. Okay, I've maybe in my time is limited. There are audience need all information literacy, and I think this is urgent for us. How we know about 11 cyber norm in global context. This is countries should work together to improve stability and security in cyberspace. And when an incident occurs in determining attribute, it is necessary to consider of relevant information, and you can read my material, I jump at conclusion maybe, Bu Normah. Yeah, at conclusion, as this is a conventional media ecosystem is needed that combines various media and communication channel that exist in society, or integrated media because of the diversity of diverse media users themselves. Okay, program and content that contain information, education, and entertain should be presented creatively and innovatively. The terminology is content is the king, and also does not leave ethic and responsibility, because to build public trust, conventional media must always voice the truth of information in accordance with human norms and conscience, and to verification the truth of the information. And last, currently the need for citizen to find source of information is more dependent on social media. And conventional media can take advantage of social media by flooding content, both article and audiovisual, that have proximity to the audience, tutorial, and distinctive in-depth coverage that is different from content on social media and follow technological development. I think this is my presentation, and thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Prof. Atie, for your insightful speech. So the gist of the speech given is about the transformation of Indonesian conventional media to adapt new habit in new media. Okay, so even though we are now in a new media era, but the conventional media is still relevant in and important to Indonesian citizen. Okay, not to say that online media is not important. It is also important, but has some limitation. Okay, because online media requires expert. The technology itself requires capital to operate, and is dealing with a new norm. Okay, so looking at the chat box, there are two questions for you, Dr. Prof. Atie. One is from our colleague, Dr. Jamaluddin Aziz. The question is, the adaptation of digital technology in the industry, how do different media genres or industries capture audience attention, which is translated into subscription or loss of subscription, as media scholars have been arguing about attention deficit among media audience. What is your thoughts on this?
Okay, but I think this all question, and I answer and with all question.
Yeah, Bu Atie, allow me to join the discussion. Sure, Bu Normah.
All right, sure.
Okay, I will assistance with Lexi to translate. Maybe I answer in Indonesia, and and my assistant Lexi translate my question, my answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Dari pertanyaan pertama, ini tentang adaptasi dalam digital, dalam digital teknologi dan industri ini bagaimana kita mensikapinya, bahwa dan kemudian juga bagaimana nasib dari media yang ada sekarang ini. I
Okay.
think
So as we can see, the adaptation of technology and industry and how we see it and how we handle it.
ya, saya pikir bahwa I think semua media itu, all media must move on, harus berubah dengan tadi membuat a balance about model business and model technology and model management. I think for access the media, it is balance. It's not easy. But I know in local newspaper in Bandung, kemudian mereka itu newspaper Pikiran Rakyat itu kemudian dia juga membuat media online, kemudian dia membuat televisi Pikiran Rakyat, kemudian dia juga membuat radio, sekarang itu PRFM. Jadi dia memperluas, spread their business kepada media-media lain begitu ya. Jadi dia untuk mempertahankan audiensnya itu dengan cara dia melebarkan sayapnya, dia melebarkan bisnisnya dan melalui tadi berbagai media. Bahkan kita tahu misalnya Trans Corporation, they buy detik.com for memperluas bisnisnya itu. Jadi sekarang itu semuanya pemilik, owner the group media is always memperluas usahanya. Research from Merlina Lim, there are only maybe only 20 group to menguasai Indonesia begitu ya. And I think saya menemukan satu data bahwa misalnya Kompas Group itu they have more 50 press publisher. They have tabloid, they have Intisari, they have Panacea magazine, and etc. I think this not too good for democracy, for the diversity of ownership and diversity of content, I think. Okay, maybe Teh Lexi can translate.
I think Dr. Jem can understand the answer. Okay, Dr. Jem, I hope that it answers you.
Yes, I agree as well.
Okay, we can expand the answer later. Okay, I will take the last question for this session, which is from Darajat Wibawa. Okay, so Prof. Atie, I'm very interested in the title of your paper. I want to ask, mainstream media in Indonesia, especially print media, have reduced the number of pages. My question is, will print media in Indonesia die in the future? What do you think?
Okay, I think if the generation like me not die, the print media is needed. Yeah, my current research in local newspaper and generation or segment in millennial or generation X or generation baby boomer is masih berlangganan surat kabar because our eyes is tired, yeah. If if online or if more terlalu banyak terkena laptop, komputer itu mata kita lelah begitu. Tetapi untuk usia-usia saya itu lebih nyaman enjoy with writing book or writing newspaper. Okay, I think maybe is still exists print media in Indonesia.
Yeah, I think the situation same goes here in Malaysia, because traditional media, I mean the print newspaper is still needed, especially for the older generation. Okay, so thank you, Prof. I think I should stop the session now. It's now 12:51. Once again, thank you, Prof. Atie, for your valuable insight. And I would like to, on behalf of the committee, I would like to thank you for sharing or for joining us in this session. And before we leave, can we switch on our camera in order for us to capture the moment? All right. So technical, please take the picture. Switch on the camera. Right. Smile. Technical, are you ready? Where is our technical?
Okay, we're going through pages by pages now. Okay, we're on page 2. Big smiles, everybody. Great. Okay, a little bit more, just a little bit more. Thank you so much, everybody, for being so supportive. Thank you, Professor Dr. Atie, Rachmiatie, and Associate Professor Dr. Normah Mustaffa for a rather rewarding session. I hope everyone has gained valuable input and in-depth knowledge on the topics dissected today. We'll now be going for a lunch break. Please make sure to be back in exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes as we have more exciting live sessions and workshops stacked just for you. We'll see you then. In the meantime, thank you and good day, everybody.